they'll play. Crack and bruise, we're here all day. Three cats with a passion for the game, giving you the scoop, not just the fame. Every episode, new beer to explore, while we break down the score. So lean in, we're your weekly guide to the field where legends reside. We're the cold one, we'll ride on this football journey side by side. It's about football, but barely weekly. Cheers, we're clearly gonna talk those game day hits. With a beer in hand, that's it. From the snap to the end zone dance, we cover it all. Give you that chance to laugh, learn, and sip with class. Discussing tactics, not just the grass. Draft picks, trades, and all the stats. We're here to chat, to break through the facts. Each brew we taste, we'll share our view on plays, players, and what's true. So sit back, enjoy the ride. We'll keep it real, no need to hide. With football talk and beer in sight, we're here to make your night. It's about football, but barely weekly. Cheers, we're clearly gonna talk those game day hits. With a beer in hand, that's it. We'll dissect each quarter's tale with a cold one without fail. So join us, let's have some fun. Football and beer, second to none.
And we are back, baby. Off-season NFL football talk with your favorites here at the Beerly Football Podcast. It's all football, but Beerly. Join me are my two wonderful co-hosts. We've got the man who's got a big helmet and big money. It's Kerry Dempsey.
That's me. Big helmet.
That sounded like a robot. Awesome.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Next to me is my good friend who likes it in his end, the peg man himself, Beerly Truscott. How we doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good, man. I didn't know you were going to start rhyming like that.
Dude, listen, man. Listen. I've got skills, a particular set of skills. So we got a lot to talk about today. The free agency so far has been pretty nutty. Just real quick, before we get into anything else, what are we drinking tonight?
Kerry, you go first.
I'll go first. I feel like I offered you this, Trevor, and I can't remember if you had or not. But I get a mango ride. I love anything mango, and this is solid. I got a little guy on his bicycle. Fun fact: I don't know how to ride a bike, so it couldn't be me. It's never learned. This is a shockingly high 4% alcohol.
That is probably
4%.
the least shocking fact I've ever seen from Kerry or heard from Kerry.
Probably. That's
He doesn't know how to ride a
4%.
bike.
You know, it's tough.
All right.
Now,
I'm having
in the woods, man.
You're My Boy Blue blueberry wheat ale again. I got like 3 of them left, but those things are classics. And I got the Patriots jersey on because I trolled Bills fans on Twitter today, so I'm hoping they infiltrate the comment section and just get a little extra kick out of the big picture.
Like it. I like
you know, Bills fans love you.
It's all love, man. I told somebody that today.
It's all love.
All
it's
love
all
between them and
love,
I.
dog. It's all.
I don't know. One guy in the comments said like you've never found love or something pretty mean.
There's a lot of comments.
And you know what? It's the saddest part about that. They're right.
He's wrong.
He's wrong.
He's true. He's right.
He's right.
Wait, where was it?
I don't know. I'm not on Twitter like you guys.
Has yet to see Beerly Trev Scott find love. Donna Kelsey's home remodeler said that.
We'll figure it out though, Donna. Well, what's Donna up to?
Did you see that tweet?
I
What?
don't know, man. Probably.
That was crazy.
There's a lot of.
There was a viral tweet. It was like TMZ or something. It was about Donna Kelsey's getting her house remodeled. Yeah, important news.
Well, I
right
mean, you
there.
got to think about it this way. She's the mother of arguably one of the greatest tight ends of all time in Travis Kelce, and then probably the biggest pop star on the planet, mother-in-law to her. So, I mean, that's what that.
I don't think
Listen,
we've seen
it's a slow news week. Give TMZ a break. You know, they're
You just
gonna
wait until like June, July, August. The stuff we're gonna be seeing those months.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah,
Aren't they getting married, I think?
they are, I believe.
But like soon, I think.
This is my
I think
beer
I saw it
tonight.
somewhere.
We're traveling
German?
across the world. It is not German. It's not even international.
Really?
It's just from California. San Miguel premium beer. since 1890. There you go. I've already had my first taste of it. After this one, we are traveling to Barcelona, though. I'll give you guys an update when we get there. So
nice.
Does it taste premium?
I mean, it kind of, honestly, if I'm being honest, it tastes like a worse version of a Modelo Especial.
Really?
It doesn't taste quite as good as a Modelo. No, it's not terrible.
You like the Negras more?
It's just different. It's hard to classify like dark beer and light beer in the same thing because they're so different.
They are,
in terms of flavor. So it's hard to like compare like a Modelo or a Heineken to like a Guinness or like any kind of porter because they're just
like
different.
Your kids, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the kids that I have.
Yeah, you can't pick your favorite.
Exactly. My 2 children, Trevor and Carrie.
Who would be your favorite? Probably me, right?
You'd be my oldest.
I show up every Tuesday.
You'd be my oldest, Trevor, because I've known you the longest.
Yeah.
Carrie would be my toddler that I'd be disappointed in because he doesn't know how to ride a bike.
Yeah. Trevor left a golf ball in my apartment, and that cat's going crazy over it.
Nice.
I keep hearing this loud noise.
Maybe that'll get Carrie off.
Yeah, you got to learn how to ride a bike or play golf or something, man.
You got to learn one of the two.
Can I do it at the same time?
That would be awesome.
It'd be like
pretty cool.
Like polo, except on a golf course on a bike.
Be like a circus show.
I feel like somebody's tried that before. Somebody's have to like.
Yeah, like they were showing. What was it? Was it throw golf, lacrosse golf on ESPN like a couple weeks ago?
I've seen something like that. Yeah.
The craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It might be the plot of Happy Gilmore 3, possibly.
Possibly. Alrighty. So let's just go into breaking news because this broke right before we got on. Max Crosby not going to the Ravens. Joe Burrow bailed out again.
Denied. Ravens get 2 first-round.
It's a rough day.
That kind of sucks, though. That was hype.
It's a rough day, you Ravens fan.
What was the deal with that? Has that been reported why that fell through, or?
In medical, supposedly it's his knee, not as good shape as they thought it was. Because he was in Baltimore today, I guess, and then one day brought him in for the physical, failed. But I just saw a rumor that despite him failing the physical, the Cowboys are still interested when he gave up multiple picks for him because, Jerry Jones is going to Jerry Jones.
I would be happy with him. Like, he seemed healthy last year. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. 2 first-round picks is a lot, but, like, I like the deal.
Well, I saw somebody comment, wasn't like the end of the year they were trying to hold him out because of his knee? I mean, it was probably because of tanking, but like...
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I thought they were just tanking.
Injuries, I think, at the end of the year. And he wanted to play, and they didn't want him to.
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, you were hyped for that, though, right, Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor was...
As a Ravens fan?
Yeah, I thought it was a good move for the Ravens. 1 first-round pick in each draft. I don't know. You're not going to get a better player than Max Crosby in either one of those picks in your current championship window.
No,
I don't know.
no,
maybe they'll have another championship
not.
window in 3 or 4 years, but it's hard to tell.
And so what do you do with the rest of your offseason now? Like, you lost your fullback, 2 of your tight ends, a couple others on defense.
Ricard needed to go anyways, bro. They don't need Ricard. They do need another tight end, though. Huh?
Of all time. Highest paid fullback of all time.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy, dude.
New York Ravens.
Why not Juszczyk? Juszczyk is better than him.
Well, he got cut like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then they re-signed him, or was it last year? Then they re-signed him to like a smaller deal. But they really need to get a tight end though in the draft.
Yeah, they do a lot of 2 tight end. That's really big for them. So they do. They lost Likely and Kohler.
Yeah.
And Daniel Falele is gone, so that's something.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I
don't know if you saw there's people think that Ravens might be getting Trey Hendrickson tomorrow now that Max is gone. Which downgrade, but still.
It'd be, to me, that's a pretty significant downgrade.
What do you think they'd have to give up?
He's a lot. He's a free agent.
Oh, right. Okay. That's pretty good.
But he wants like
Just
30
a lot of
million a
money.
year.
That's what they'd have to give up. It's just a lot of
Can
money.
they
Yeah.
afford him?
Yeah.
I saw they were
I don't
6 million
know.
or 10 million under the cap before the Crosby went back through. So I guess they probably could.
Yeah.
Give him 26 and a half.
But like he's coming off an injury, 31 years old. That's a lot of money. I don't know.
Do you think that was Crosby was like the biggest news that you heard? Like you felt like was the
There were a couple others.
I felt like it was Kenneth Walker, honestly.
Kenneth Walker was a big one. Patriots got a big signing.
Oh yeah, Romeo
Dobbs, man. How do you
That's
feel
a
about
big
that
one.
one, dude?
Yeah.
So I was watching The Incredibles today. Great movie. Assuming you got at least Zach has probably
I've
seen
seen
it.
it.
And the one scene where the boss is like, "I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy."
That was you?
That's literally me when I saw
Well,
it.
you know,
Why do you, another mediocre wide receiver 2-3? Yeah, it was an overpay, but that's like market. Was it? I think it's 13 a year, 14 years, and crazy. It's just what we don't need another wide receiver 2-3. They've been saying this for years. Go out.
Maybe he'll just
give up
draft
two-
one.
They can't draft one. Just give up 2 first-round picks for AJ Brown. Go in. This is a big year. Coming off the Super Bowl. You've not had a great offseason so far. AFC is going to be back. They need to really take a step forward, and you're not. Drake May is not going to take a step forward if Romeo Dobbs is your best receiving threat. Is anyone scared of Romeo Dobbs?
He's good. He's better than you think he is, but like he's not.
He's fine, but he's not that number one guy. Kayshawn Booty's not that number one guy. Nobody on the roster is. And if this is the receiving core they're going into, I am not happy. Not happy at all. Also, I'm mad they let Tonga go. Should have signed him last season. So, also not thrilled with the O-line either. Not really thrilled with anything the Patriots are doing. That crappy Will Campbell left tackle.
how do you feel, Trevor, as a Bucks/Ravens fan, getting Alex Anzalone and Kenneth Gainwell?
Pretty good, honestly. We still might get Trey Hendrickson, but probably not. But they need like a linebacker that could like fly sideline to sideline. Like Anzalone's good. He's always like he's a hard hitter. He's always got a lot of tackles.
He's got a nose for the football. He gets around.
Exactly. And people say he's a dirty player, and the Bucks haven't had one of those since Ndamukong Suh, so we'll take it. And I think Gainwell's pretty good. What do you get? $7.5 million for a running back is kind of a lot, but only 2 years. It's not too bad. Like him and Bucky splitting touches. He's a good pass catcher. So is Bucky. So
Tucker left.
yeah, like that'll help
too,
out
right?
too, because like you lose Mike Evans like 10 targets. Maybe you could give like 5 or 6 of them to Gainwell.
So like
Yeah, I mean, it felt like
receivers.
that receiver room was kind of crowded.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get younger and like they're like
They got McMillan and they have Igbokwe.
Yeah.
even like Tez Johnson, like
Yeah,
he'll be wide receiver 4 now. Like he's better than a wide receiver 5 like he was last year.
Wait, are you talking about the Ravens?
Bucks.
Oh, I thought you said Tez Walker.
Tez
Tez
Johnson.
Oh, the skinny guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah, he is.
I keep seeing Bucks getting a tight end though, but they did bring back Otton. But I keep seeing them taking Sadiq in the draft or
I'd
adding
be
like
down
Goddard
for
or
that.
something.
They need a pass rusher, first and foremost. Second, I say like bite the bullet. An offensive lineman would be good in the second round because like their line was not healthy at any point last year.
Yeah,
But like if you want to like take a stab at a tight end or a receiver, like second round, I'd be down. Just like get that pass rusher first, best available.
Would you try to get Goddard? I keep forgetting he's a free agent. Nobody really talks about him
Yeah,
being
I
available.
would. I would.
Well, it seems like, and we'll get into this here in a second. It's like a mass exodus from Philly. They haven't re-signed anybody yet.
Yeah, I saw Nolan Smith went somewhere. He got paid.
Jalen Phillips is going to the Panthers. That defense is going to be nasty. Good luck.
Yeah.
Jahan Dotson to the Falcons. I think he's I think that's a pretty good price for Dotson.
Falcons
but, I mean,
pick the most random players you could ever pick up.
Yeah.
Tua.
N'Kobe Dean to the Raiders is a good pickup for Oakland
Oh, that's
or
what I was
Las
thinking of.
Vegas.
Not
And then
Golden
Blankenship to the Texans. Texans decide to go for more defense versus getting an offensive line, which is an interesting choice.
I'm surprised they let Blankenship go. And he didn't get. They paid him what, $8 million a year, I think. It wasn't
Yeah,
crazy.
8.2. Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy, and 0 guaranteed.
I do really like the move they made a couple hours ago, bringing in Tariq Woolen for a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of been down the last couple of years. Seattle, from was it his rookie year, sophomore year, he was like elite corner status. He's kind of quieted down since then, but I feel like him and Philly is going to be a good fit.
Yeah, him and Mitchell together, they're like similar age too. That'll be pretty good. And DeJean, I forgot about DeJean.
I feel like you got to trust Philly though. Just like I feel like every move they make,
Yeah, just
is
worked
usually
out
the right one.
how he's a dog.
What do you think they're going to do, like with their skill players though? Like potentially AJ Brown traded, Goddard's gone, so I think it's like Grant Calcaterra, tight end 1. Like, do you think they'll add anybody else, like draft?
I actually think they'll keep AJ.
I think they will too.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to stay, but I think they'll keep him.
I really want to see. Obviously, I really want to see him in the Pats, but I thought of him going to the Chargers. That'd be kind of a fun
What
thing to
pick
see.
do they have?
I'd like to see
Do you
Herbert.
know?
What pig?
Philly,
Dude,
probably like 20.
imagine they got Jeremiah Love. Why not?
They have Saquon.
Yeah, but Saquon's old.
If you
Saquon's coming out with 2 years
Like,
ago.
what else do they need though?
Yeah.
I mean, their line's getting up. Like Lane Johnson's on his last year, and who's the other guy? Sounds like Lander Dixon retires soon, so their line's kind of aging. I feel like they're always adding young guys on defense, though. They're always getting like character concern guys from Georgia.
Yeah. True.
But
You guys remember the first game of the season when what's his name? Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott?
I do.
that was hilarious.
Seems like it was 4 days ago, man.
It does.
I don't know about that. I don't know about 4 days
It
ago.
really
Talking about the last of our fandom teams, the Jags haven't done anything except re-sign guys and not re-sign some guys.
I was going through the list earlier. I was like, what's that going to talk about?
Did they
I
get
mean-
a running back yet? Or
No, they haven't. They re-signed
Maybe
DJ
Keaton
Dallas for like nothing, for pennies. So I imagine he's going to be
Dennis
RB2 or RB3. If I was running the Jags organization, I'd probably go after a back in free agency because this is not a very strong running back draft class.
Good luck.
But I mean, you look at the re-signings: Travion Thomas, safety; Monteric Brown, corner; Christian Braswell, corner; Keith Taylor, corner; Quentin Morris, who's like a second-string tight end; Matt Dickerson, who's a backup interior defensive lineman. They re-signed Cole Van Landen to a big deal. He had a good season, but you don't re-sign Greg Newsome, which I don't have a problem with them not re-signing Greg Newsome. I felt like that we would have had to overpay for him. And then not re-signing Travis Etienne or Devin Lloyd was a little confusing, especially at the price tags that they ended up going for. With so Devin Lloyd 15 and then Travis 12 per year. I thought the evaluation was closer to 20 on Devin Lloyd and closer to 15 on Etienne. So not getting either of those guys was a little confusing, but I don't know.
I feel like Eats way out for a while. And then like he'd kind of revamped like second half last season, we came the focal of the offense. But it seemed like end of the year before, beginning of last year, that like he was done in Jacksonville. Trevor's sad though.
Yeah, they
Not
both
you, Trevor,
are.
the other one.
Yeah, they both are. They're crying about it on Twitter the other day.
You think he'll be good? You think he'll be good for the Saints? I mean, it sounds like Kamara's probably done there.
If
RB1,
Kamara's done,
yeah.
I think he's great fit if they decide to keep that like receiving / like short game running back kind of style. I think he'll be good. But I mean, like you're looking at a 27-year-old running back. I mean, he still looked good last year, but like how many years does he have left in the tank? It's tough to tell.
He got a four-year deal, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's
3 or
correct.
4.
4 years.
It's a lot for running back.
It is a
He's
lot
gonna
for
be
running
in the
back.
30s.
He's 27 years
30s.
old. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
But it
you're
was-
paying a running back till he's 31, which is
But it wasn't crazy money, I guess. But I saw a lot of people putting them taking Love in the draft. So
the Jags.
I thought they were going to go.
Oh
that
no, the
route.
Saints. Yeah.
No, the Saints.
And then the Chiefs. It was the same thing. A lot of people were saying Chiefs were going to take Love.
I
If
just
the
can't-
Saints didn't, and then the Chiefs took Kenneth Walker.
I can't wait to see Kareem Hunt getting touches over Kenneth Walker in like week 16. I don't think Kemper's that good.
I think
he's a
I think
good
that's
running back.
crazy.
He had a great Super Bowl and a great playoffs, but like he's been so inconsistent his whole career.
Well, the problem with Kenneth Walker, and I said this before the Super Bowl. I was like, Kenneth Walker is either going to have a game where he looks like one of the best running backs of all time, or he's going to stink. There's no in between. He's going to either have like 15 carries for 50 yards or 15 carries for 150, and there's no in between with Kenneth Walker.
Exactly.
I feel like he's just not like one of those like
Which
top
was
3 or
good.
top 4 talents, but like he's right behind those guys.
Yeah, I think he's definitely. I'd put him definitely top 6 without thinking about who the other guys would be. But
That's insane.
I think I'd put him top 6. He's a Super Bowl MVP, man.
I wouldn't put him top 15.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, bro.
That's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
Okay, name 14 better. No,
No.
name 15 better.
Are you gonna say Monongai? This guy
No.
loves
Let me
Monongai.
look up NFL running back.
I feel like there's like 4 or 5 of them that are definitely better, and then it's just like a
I
big.
feel like this is bringing us back to remember the year with James Cook that we like listed all the running backs
Yeah,
better
that
than
was
James
fun.
Cook, and then he just took
What about
off.
Josh Jacobs?
All right, James Cook,
Okay.
James Cook,
Okay,
Derrick Henry,
arguable.
Jonathan Taylor,
Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor's above him. Yeah,
Bajan,
yeah,
Bajan,
yeah,
Devon Achane,
yeah.
Jameer Gibbs,
Gibbs, yeah,
Christian McCaffrey.
arguable.
Arguable is crazy.
Achane is low-key
Come on,
arguable,
Zach.
too.
McCaffrey. Hey, what's the
Tyron
best
Williams.
availability? I've seen this guy play 2 full seasons in 12 years of NFL football. Sorry.
Kenneth Walker isn't in any. He only had 1,000 yards this year. Like he's never been good before this. I take Brees Hall over Kenneth
That's
Walker.
crazy.
Nah, bro.
I would take Etienne.
No, I love ETN. I would
Javonte
not.
Williams,
You
Ashton
say
Jenkins,
Javonte Williams? Shut up, Gary.
Yeah.
Over Kenneth Walker.
Ashton Genty.
Dude, this guy
Yeah,
that
I
tweeted
don't
Carey
know.
was right, dude.
It's
This
a-
guy that tweeted Carey was right.
Like if the
Absolutely cooked his ass.
if the Super Bowl didn't
If
happen,
the Super Bowl didn't
nobody
happen,
would ever talk about this guy being
if
good.
the Super Bowl
He had
didn't
one good
happen,
game in his career. It means he's a top 6
I
running
said if
back.
the
Are you
Super Bowl
crazy?
didn't happen.
Bucky.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bucky
you're right. The
Irving
Patriots
also better.
defense, awful. They've been terrible against the run all year.
Yeah.
You're acting as
No,
if
I'm
he
looking
doesn't
more.
play in the toughest division in football, arguably. I think there's only one division that might be tougher.
The North
None of those are great defenses in that division.
Packers. Wait, what division are we talking about again?
We're talking about NFC West.
NFC
Oh.
West. That's not a great division, like defense wise.
The Rams are pretty good, man.
The Rams
And
are
they
pretty damn
The Rams
good.
got McDuffie. That's another one we didn't talk
Yeah.
about. That's a
Rams
that's a
getting
really good.
McDuffie is kind of
Like this guy averaged 3.7 yards a carry last
All
year,
right, bro.
or the year before. 4.1 the year before.
Javonte
He's
Williams
never
is
been
not
good
better
to
than
good now.
Kenneth Walker.
Oh my
Stop
god,
playing
dude.
with the golf ball, man.
Javonte Williams is not better than Kenneth Walker, Gary.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
Gary,
not.
stop. Dude,
Look
you
up
need to
every-
stop.
Every
I don't know
stat
what
is
you're
better.
taking. You need to get off of it, dude. It's clouding
What?
your mind. I don't know what you're taking. You need to get off of it. I don't know
Dude,
what
more
kind of
yards, more
hard
touchdowns,
drugs.
more yards per carry. What?
He was splitting a lot with Charbonnet too before he went down.
Yep.
And he sucked in.
Nah, bro.
You need to calm
He's had a great playoff
down, brother.
I know, but like that's a good thing. That's a positive. That's why he's better than Javonte.
It is a good
Williams.
thing. He's been inconsistent the rest of his career, and everybody just remembers recency bias.
What are you talking about?
I mean, like, he's good right now.
I've had this opinion for like over a year.
3 weeks.
No, over a year.
Zach never talked. We never talked about Kenneth Walker once on this podcast before the playoffs, man. Nobody wasted their time on Kenneth Walker.
But he's good right now, and the Chiefs got him right now. So like it's a big move. Maybe like 3 years ago he wasn't all that, but like he's good right now. The Chiefs got him. I did forget about McDuffie though. That's like a top 3, top 5 acquisition.
I feel whenever the Chiefs get rid of cornerbacks, though, I feel like they always fall off.
Snead was good in Tennessee. It was just Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there's only so much one guy can do, you know. There's 10 other players on the football field.
Travis Kelce's back though.
Sweet. I get to watch this old man jog his ass over the field. That's great.
Yeah, he took some hits last year, and he like took a minute to get up after him.
You know what's the one good signing they made, which is kind of a sleeper one, which they don't even use him for the most part, is Tyquan Thornton.
The Chiefs got him?
He had some really – they re-signed him,
Oh, that's good.
Like, they don't use him him and Mahomes had a really good deep ball connection if Mahomes could actually hit him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Like, him and Brashard Smith been playing a lot more last season. Sadly.
Are the Chiefs back?
All right, you want to talk – their line's a mess.
Yeah. I think losing McDuffie is a big hit, too. I really do.
What do you think they'll go and draft?
What position are they drafting?
I saw a lot of people saying Love too early, but
I don't think they're going Love with paying. They could pull a Falcons, though. Get a big name in free agency and then just draft the guy early as well. But so I was listening to some other shows before this podcast earlier this week talking about this, and they were saying
you were cheating on the Beer League football
I was
podcast.
doing research, okay? And they were saying that the only reason the Saints and the Chiefs both go after free agent running backs is that Love is not going to be there at 8 or 9.
Really?
So the rumor is someone's taking him early.
I've heard a couple of people say the Giants.
That could be the case.
That's not bad.
I don't hate that.
And you know, Harbaugh's going to want run heavy.
Yeah, Harbaugh's definitely going to want to run heavy.
And Trevor doesn't trust Scatabo, so.
Well, I just think he's a little bit more hyped than how good he actually was.
I agree with that.
A broken ankle is a lot, bro. But
especially the way in which it was broken, dude. It was nasty. God, that was nasty.
All right, wait. So let me throw out a couple teams. Do we think the Jets could take him at 2?
Not after paying Brees off.
Franchise?
Not after.
But they just.
No, they're not taking. Yeah. They're not taking him.
No.
If they do, that would be the most Jets move ever, though.
It would be.
Cardinals would be cool, but 3 is too early.
3 is very early.
We just got Algier along with Connor. Titans at 4.
Titans.
I flicked the wide receiver defense.
That's not bad.
I wouldn't hate it. I just think there's bigger holes on that team than running back.
Yeah.
I like them the most so far, though, for a fit. Who's next?
5 is the Giants.
Nah.
So it's possible.
I think the Giants is possible.
6 is the Browns.
No.
Possible it is. I feel like Browns are going left tackle there.
Probably.
Don't they have to get an entire new offensive
Do you think they're
line?
taking? Who do you think they're taking at left out? Mauigoa or Mainoa?
Yeah, I would feel like Malga. I don't think Fano's going to be a great left. I think he's better on the guard. And Freeling is way too high at 6. That seems like something the Browns would do. Okay, I think it's 7. Washington Commanders.
Really?
That's a pretty good
Yeah,
spot.
I mean, like,
That's a good fit.
Yeah.
I don't think Bill's that good.
Not me neither. It's still super early for a running back, but somebody's gonna take him early. Somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah, and then it's Saints and Chiefs. So like, I feel like if it's Commanders or Giants, gotta be one of those.
I
two.
could see it being the Browns too, just because they're the
Titans,
Browns.
bro. That would be crazy. At 4, right? Titans are at 4.
Yeah, I think so.
That would be crazy.
I feel like Salah's
their
like,
running back room's definitely not great.
Who do they have? Spears?
Pollard.
Oh,
Pollard.
yeah. Pollard.
Like Pollard could be like a decent bridge. I don't even know if that exists, but a bridge running back.
Yeah, but like Cam Ward needs somebody to throw to. Like I think Carnell Tate's a good fit for them at 4.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's-
overwhelmed by his ability, but that wouldn't be a bad pickup.
They just they definitely need help in that receiving.
But they
group.
just got Wandale Robinson, Carrie. They just paid
Yeah, they
Wandale
did.
Robinson $17.5 a year with $38 guaranteed.
I would have rather had Wando Robinson than Romeo Dobbs. Can't wait for Wando Robinson to have like 7 catches for 31 yards every week. But,
They also just
Zach, what'd you think of Alec Pierce getting that
holy
money?
moly. What a
That's crazy money.
that is a really shocking overpay.
I mean, like, this isn't really a great free agent class. It's not really a great draft. So, like,
Yeah, but like when I look at
decent enough players to be
guys
overpaid, but-
that like I would rather have Michael Pittman over Alec Pierce.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
I was like, when
I
they
don't know.
paid Alec Pierce that money and then let Pittman walk for less, I was like, what?
That might be my favorite move of the offseason. The Steelers getting him to be wide receiver 2 with DK for 6.
Yeah.
That's a really good.
That's
Especially-
such a good move.
Especially after the Bills gave up a second for DJ Moore. I don't think there's a huge difference with DJ Moore and Michael Pittman.
No.
Between a second and a sixth for that,
I don't know. Maybe
whoever
it's an
the
age
Steelers
thing, but I
quarterback is.
feel like DJ Moore and Michael Pittman are about the same age. They're both.
what is Pitt? Let's see.
Pittman's 29.
He's 28. Well, yeah.
Dude, did you guys know
I'm confused.
Ricky Pearsall is only 6 years younger than Mike Evans?
That makes sense to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me, actually.
Do we think Mike Evans survives the season with the electrical
He's gonna pull that
electrical-
hamstring, bro.
I don't know.
Dude, he's gonna separate. He's gonna disconnect that hamstring.
At least once.
That's
Did you try, Trevor?
Nah.
As a Bucks fan,
That's not even how
probably
you
should
do
have.
it, bro.
That's how I do it.
how you do what?
It's this. He did this.
You're not even a Bucks fan, so it's okay.
You're not even a Patriots.
I like him in the night. Wow.
You're not even from
But I
New
like him in
England,
the-
bro. You're from New
It's a good
Hampshire.
fit.
I
That's
hate
in New
that.
England.
I hate it for the Niners,
fine.
dude. I think it's
Really?
a bad move by the Niners. Yeah, let's
Why?
go. Let's take our already super injury-prone roster with wide receivers that we had to glue together to finish the season last year. Let's get another guy coming off of an injury, off of his worst season of his career, who's like 39 years old, and let's
who
throw
else
him
are
on
we
that
gonna
team. And we're going to be better now.
But like, who else are you gonna get? It's a terrible receiver like free agent class.
I'm not
I
saying
don't-
it's a great free agent class for receivers, but like
What
I
happened to
don't
Brandon
see the
Ayuk?
added value.
Oh, he like lost his mind.
So is he not a free agent or just?
I don't think he's gonna play football anymore.
Antonio Brown style.
Oh, nice.
Kind
Oh,
of.
by the way, we're in Barcelona now. We're having an Estrella.
Ooh. Shit. I just thought of another guy that's a free agent, which hasn't been about another guy that's lost his mind a few times. Tyreek Hill.
Wait, he's a free agent?
Yes.
Yeah. Chiefs reunion.
Chargers or Chiefs?
Chargers.
Nah, Chiefs don't need
I
him.
kind of like. Yeah, I kind of like that in Chargers.
Send
Might be a
him.
good fit.
Send him to Tennessee.
What number would he
Titans
wear
employ it.
for the Chargers?
The annual Tennessee Titans wash veteran wide receiver.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
wide receivers could have died.
Exactly. Let me see him in Tennessee
Yeah.
or Las Vegas. I don't think Las Vegas would be a good move for Tyreek Hill personally. I think you'd see an Antonio Brown situation kind of arise. But I think Las Vegas would be willing to make that move.
Wait, did I have a
Who's the wide
dream?
receiver one?
Or did somebody. This might have been a dream. My dreams have been weird lately. Did
Uh-huh.
somebody pay Jimmy G to be their starting quarterback?
He's still a free agent. I heard the
Okay.
Cardinals like him, but I don't know how many like starting jobs are up for grabs now.
Yeah,
Like,
Trevor, how do you feel about Connor Bazalak being re-signed by the Bucks?
Wow. We're going to win it all. Who is that?
I thought
I
it was
don't
baseball.
know.
Backup
Let's
linebacker,
see.
maybe?
Kyle Allen to the Bills. Geno Smith to the Jets.
That's funny.
That was such a Josh Allen one for the Kyle Allen. He's friends with Josh Allen. That's the only reason they signed him. Josh
Wait,
Allen.
where's Trubisky? Still there?
No,
it's
Trubisky. Yeah.
Tennessee. I like that. Tennessee needed a better backup than Brandon Allen.
I agree.
The Geno one, it just makes me feel bad for a Jets fan. Like, do you have any hope going into the season with Geno Smith? And it sounds like they're getting Carson Wentz as the backup. Like, how do you have any hope after watching Geno last season? Like, yeah, we're going to win it with Geno Smith and a bunch of terrible team we had last year.
Tyrod Taylor's available. No?
They're tanking for Lagway, bruh.
Tanking.
They're
for
definitely
Lagway.
tanking.
Yeah.
Do you think Geno lasts the whole season as Jets QB1?
Hell no. They're going to try 7 different quarterbacks next year. Well, no. Hey, here's the question. You want to hear another crazy over/under bet? Over/under 4.5 quarterbacks start for the Jets next season.
I think it's less.
I think it's
Probably.
less.
I feel like they're going to draft like either Aller or like Nussmeier or one of those guys.
Or
Like,
Nuss is ass.
Pete.
Carson Beck too.
What are the Vikings?
I
gonna
kind of
do?
like. I feel like he'd be good in the Jets market. He's Miami to New York.
New York.
I kind of like that.
Everyone should stay away from Miami because Malik Willis is about to take that division by storm, dude. What?
Actually,
How could
wasn't
you
a huge
hate it,
fan.
dude?
I think it's a good bet. Like he's shown really good promise, but he's played 5 games. And
He's a good quarterback, dude.
What's the worst going to happen? You suck, and then you tank and get a first rounder next
Exactly.
You know what I like, bro? Tua in Atlanta.
Why?
I just do.
year. yeah.
Why?
Give him some weapons. He's gonna be all right. They're gonna trade Penning,
You think he'll beat out Phoenix?
but yeah, I do.
You think he'll beat?
But I think that
You sure?
if he gets hit once, it might be over.
That's the
So-
same with either left-handed quarterback right now.
Yeah,
I have a
That's probably the
feeling.
best
I have
line
a
he's
feeling.
made.
This is just. Listen, I don't know what's going on in the Atlanta Falcons organization. I have a feeling they signed him just because he's left-handed.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're just like,
And they-
now we don't have to change our offense at all. Our guy's
and
left-handed.
they pay him veterans minimum. So
Yeah, he didn't get any money, dude.
no,
But
Well,
he's
the
getting a
Dolphins are
ton
paying him
from
all the-
Miami. So
Zach, you're around Atlanta. Like,
Mm-hmm.
being around Falcons fans, do you think the Falcons quarterback for 2027 is on the team right now?
I heard that Falcons
A
fans
lot
don't
of-
exist unless they're good.
Falcons fans do exist even when they're bad, and they talk a lot of crap even when they're bad.
Really? Like the
Yeah.
Saints.
So I had Falcons fans talking crap about the Jaguars last year during the middle of the season. Well, the Falcons are going like 4-12 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, your team sucks. Like, it's not even fun to talk down to you.
They tried their
It feels
hardest.
like they did try their hardest. No, they.
If they had-
If you were to
If they had-
ask a Falcons fan, they would say no. The quarterback in 2027 is not currently on the roster. If you were to ask a Falcons fan,
I would say
You're a penis guy. You're a big penis guy, Zach.
I was a big Penix fan in high school, in
But
college.
you leveled off of it.
Huh? Oh, I've extremely
Leveled
leveled
off.
off. I like. And now here's the tough thing. I can't tell if it's because here's the thing. I had to watch Raheem Morris coach the Bucks, and the Bucks offense was also asked when Raheem Morris was the head coach of the Bucks. So it's tough for me to tell if that's a coaching issue, where like he just can't call a competent offense or can't hire a guy that can, or if it's a Michael Penix issue. Because here's the thing. I've seen Michael Penix make the throws that he couldn't make this past year. I saw him make those throws in college. Like I saw
Incredible deep ball. Yeah, his deep ball was incredible.
but he was missing those this past season. Couldn't hit on a deep shot. Not that they called many, which is surprising given the fact you go and get a guy whose specialty is deep balls and you just don't throw them. It also didn't help that Drake London was out a lot last year, who I think is a really legit wide receiver.
Yeah,
one.
he's good, man.
He's really good. He can go up and get the ball. He really attacks. But I mean, it's tough for me to tell right now. I think Penix should be the starter. I see Tua as a less decorated Russell Wilson right now. And so I think Tua should be the backup or like emergency quarterback. He's got experience in the league. He knows what the speed's like.
He is the emergency. Yeah.
It does sound like I don't know if Penix is going to be ready for Week 1 anyway, so Tua might start regardless, and then it'll be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think he was going to be ready in time.
Do you think Tua will finish the season as a quarterback then, Trevor?
I think if Tua starts the year, as long as he doesn't get hit and messed up in the head, that he'll finish the year.
I disagree.
Is he not messed up in the head
I
already?
just mean like worse. Like
If his eggs get any more scrambled,
yeah.
Poor guy. I feel like this is.
it's like
this
you know
is
what's
probably
so
his last
dumb to
shot.
me. Like
This is a Daniel Jones of this
Tua
year.
is stubborn about the fact he has had
Yeah.
like 12 concussions. He's like, no, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, he denies it. Never happened.
He like people are like, why don't you wear a guardian cap? He's like, because I don't need to. I've never had a concussion. It's like, dude, I
part's-
saw
yeah, that's
you
crazy.
passed out throwing up gang signs. You've had a concussion.
It's injured more, him or Penix? Because like Penix did what, like 4
Tua.
surgeries? No,
Tua gets injured more.
Penix was like hurt every year in college
Yeah,
before Washington.
every year in college and then every year in the NFL. So
I think he
Tua got
tore
hurt
his ACL like twice.
his first year starting in college and his second year starting in college. He was hurt both seasons. He didn't miss significant time, but I don't you guys remember he had that massive knee brace on for his 2 final seasons at
I
Alabama.
thought something happened to his hip 1 year in college.
I just remember he had a knee brace that looked like this big around on one of his knees.
I just remember when he
I remember him
Tua.
getting hit and him being like, "Oh, my hip."
Oh yeah, and he stayed in the game, and I think
Yeah.
they won. I don't know if that was a championship or maybe like SEC championship or something.
I
but
do remember that.
I do remember
Also,
that
didn't
game.
he? Wasn't he hurt for the combine or something? Or am I misremembering
I
that?
don't know. I don't know about that.
He might have been. Tank for Tua, man. That paid off.
Thank for Tua. I wonder how Nando's doing.
Combine.
All right, how about what about the last couple QB jobs? Who do you think gets them? Arizona, you think they roll with Brissett?
I think they should. I don't think it makes sense to go after a quarterback right now for Arizona.
There's so many teams with bad quarterback situations going into this year. It's kind of crazy how many there is when you think of it. How about Minnesota? I feel like Kyler has to be going to Minnesota at this point.
You feel like what?
Kyler has to be going to Minnesota.
I would agree.
Unless it's Kirk, maybe. Because they have to bring in somebody for JJ.
There's just nothing to like about JJ McCarthy. There's really isn't.
So would you bring in Kyler then if you're Minnesota?
I don't think it makes sense to bring in Kyler because he's just a completely different quarterback.
So
the
Kirk?
Offense, huh? Kirk Cousins,
Jimmy G, Mac Jones.
I mean, I feel better about. Now, here's the thing: if they did take Kyler, I think you gotta change the offense in some kind of way because JJ and maybe this would help JJ McCarthy and make him less shitty by making by making the offense less one-dimensional in terms of we're gonna set up under center and we're gonna run play action. He's gonna step back in the pocket and get sacked because he can't get the ball out very fast. Maybe you make the offense a little more mobile. JJ McCarthy can move a little bit. I mean, he's not nearly as mobile as.
He's a pretty good
Yeah,
runner.
that's what I'm saying. He can move a little, but it's one of those things where I feel like trying to make him like a pure pocket passer has made him significantly worse.
I think he just needs a lot of development, and he was not ready to start last year.
Kind of like Anthony Richardson.
And who knows? That's the one I feel like somebody's got to take a chance on him.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like, wait, is his rookie deal over?
No, this is I think the last year of it.
Just for instance, could a Minnesota trade a 7th round pick for Anthony Richardson? Or do you think
I feel like it's going to be. I feel like it could be like a Rams or somewhere that he's going to sit behind an actual starter instead of going into QB competition.
What about this? Steelers bring Rodgers back, bring in AR to sit underneath Rodgers for a year.
For some reason, I feel like they like Will Howard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's another place that he could sit for a year and learn?
I'm trying to think of older quarterbacks besides the Rams.
So you got Stafford.
We saw this with Dallas.
The Jets. The Jets.
That's true. But remember when Dallas got Trey Lance a couple years ago, just to try to develop him, and
yeah,
we could see a team like that. I'm trying to think who else is old quarterback. But even the Dolphins, somebody that doesn't have
an established QB1.
No, why not the Browns?
I mean, honestly, it couldn't hurt, right?
Speaking of so,
I mean, people talk about how physically talented, what's his name, Shedeur Sanders is. Anthony Richardson is 10 times the athlete that Shedeur Sanders is. He's got a much better arm.
I don't want to watch Deshaun Watson start another game, man. I really hope.
I mean, I think you're going to have to see it this year, unfortunately.
You don't think Shore beats him out? I feel like they're going to.
I don't.
That's kind of. I feel like we're either going to see Simpson go to the Browns or the Cardinals, I feel like at this point. Or
Simpson?
maybe the Jets.
Ty Simpson? I don't think he's going to go to the Browns, personally.
Cardinals kind of makes sense.
I could see the Cardinals.
Or the Jets.
Oh, that would suck for him. I actually like Ty Simpson. I would hate to see that for him.
So what's more thing? Bam Adebayo is 62 points in 3 quarters tonight. He's closing in on Kobe's record.
What?
Bam Adebayo.
has
Kobe-
60.
62 and 3/4.
Jesus.
That's insane. Of all the players who get
2K numbers. By the way, Kerry, I was playing 2K the other day. I had 103 points. I went for the record and I broke it.
My player?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since 2K. Is that the new one or?
It's whatever one was on sale on Microsoft Store 3 weeks ago.
That makes sense.
I have the assist record and the points record. I am never going to get that rebound record, ever.
What is it, like 40? No, it's probably some Wilt.
It's like 46 or something. Like 51. It's ridiculous.
It's probably back. It's back in the short eras when they just missed 10 layups in a row.
The
like
Angel Reset. Yeah, the Angel Reset.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, Steelers. Do you think Rodgers comes back?
Honestly, I think that offense is pretty good with Rodgers. If they like, what's their biggest need right now? Because I would say, is it O-line?
I think they need a left tackle. I think they have like 3. I think they're missing one position. I can't remember. But that defense is.
It's old, but it's still a solid defense. Like
good.
It's still good.
I feel like I really like their. I think Rico Dowdle was a good pickup. I think him.
Yeah,
and
I mean, you add Rico Dowdle, you add Michael Pittman. So like you've got like.
I feel like they're still missing.
Real.
Still
talent.
need one more weapon. They need like one more weapon. I feel like.
Do they still have or no?
Yeah, but they didn't really use him. Jonu's gone, but like that was the issue last year. Like he saw that a lot of drops just because like after DK, there's nobody, and
yeah, there wasn't really anyone behind him. So like that's why like I feel like if they brought back Rodgers for one more run, I feel like this team, as much as I don't like the Steelers, I feel like this team has a legit championship window if they get a guy that's like pretty good in there at quarterback.
And like there's not that many good there's a lot of bad quarter. I feel like there's like 25. I tweeted this earlier. There's probably like 25 actual like guys that should be starting right now. Like Aaron Rodgers is like tops. Like
he played, especially down the stretch at the end of last year. He played phenomenal.
Kirk Cousins right now.
Yeah, he's better than Kirk Cousins right now. I agree. I think he's better than Geno Smith right now. That kind of goes without saying.
Yeah, and like he didn't have a lot of holes.
Kyler definitely has a higher ceiling, but I would put him over Kyler. I could argue he's more consistent than some other guys, but I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I think he gets a lot of bad reps for being a bad. I think he's a good teammate. Like his teammates seem to love him.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. What was that? I just got a notification from Twitter about C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
That's normal. All right. I don't have too much else to talk about, but if you want to just run through I have a list of top 10 free agents if you want to just predict where they'll go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, number 10, Deebo Samuel. I kind of forgot he existed. That man might be a Tennessee Titan.
You know what? I'm going to say this. This sounds kind of crazy, and I don't even know what the money is. But that would be such a Dallas Cowboys guy. Just kind of like a mid-tier older wide receiver.
Kind of, but I feel like they've like Flourney and Talbot, they have some decent
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying an older mid-tier wide receiver that the Dallas Cowboys get at their end of their career.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. All right, here's a guy who was, I guess he didn't have a great year last year, but I think he's still a good tight end. David Njoku.
I
kind of like him in Philly replacing Goddard.
That would be a great addition for Philly. I think Njoku is a very, very talented tight end. I think he's kind of been in the doghouse with the fact that he plays for the Cleveland Browns.
And Harold Fannon's there.
Harold Fannon's there, and I feel like the rookies just kind of gelled more together than he did with Shador, which is why he didn't get the same opportunities. Also, he struggled with injuries last year too. So
I'd like him on the Pats, actually.
The Pats,
Austin
that'd be a
Hooper's
big
gone,
pickup for the Pats. I'm trying to think of someone.
Yeah.
You know what? If they could afford him, the Denver Broncos could really use a good, solid tight end.
Evan Ingram was disappointing last year. They always seem a bunch of maybe we'll get one in the draft this year, but yeah, I like that one too. All right, Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa is a.
I think he's gonna. Everybody thought this last year. I feel like he's gonna go play with his brother in San Francisco.
San Francisco. I was thinking California, but I wasn't thinking San Fran. I was thinking Rams.
Rams.
Old guy Von Miller 2.0.
Yeah, definitely in that like winter ring mode. He's only 30. He's younger than Trey Hendrickson is, which I'm surprised by that, but
I knew that. Trey Hendrickson's on the old side.
All right.
But he's still he's over 30 years old. He's going to start ring chasing a little bit, I would imagine.
Yeah. All right, Aaron Rodgers. It's Steelers or nothing. Let's go to the Vikings.
You could go to the Vikings. That would honestly, I
think that's JJ's best chance.
I think that's JJ's best chance to be a starter at any point. But I think if they come out and they start Rodgers week 1 and just kind of see how that goes, and JJ has a chance to learn a little bit more, because he just looks so undeveloped.
I think if you were to go in with Rodgers this year, and then next year after you give JJ one last shot, and then he's done.
Yeah, I agree. That's what probably I would do if I was Minnesota. But I think it's probably Pittsburgh or bust, because I don't think Minnesota's going to take the chance on him. I was also thinking potentially before they signed Tua, I think he could have gone to Atlanta. I don't know if he wanted to be in Atlanta, but I think he would also like to play for a team in California, but I don't see any of them really needing the quarterback right now.
You could just go ring chase backup Stafford in LA.
Well,
I wonder if that. Speaking of, with Garoppolo probably gone, does that mean Stetson Bennett's could be QB2? Or I feel like they might draft somebody.
They might.
Rams
Carson behind
Stafford. You never know. Bam's up to 70 now.
Huh?
Bam's up to 70.
Dude.
That's crazy.
What if he breaks the record? What if he scores 101?
That'd be insane. Bam in a bio. Here's a guy I forgot. This guy's a Miami Dolphin all over him. Jawan Jennings. He's only 28, so he's still got a couple decent years left in this. He almost had that Super Bowl MVP. He's kind of a quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. For sure. Yeah, I have no idea what Jawan Jennings is going to do.
It's fair.
No idea.
All right.
He could literally go anywhere. Go anywhere.
That's true. I would have rather had Jawan Jennings than Romeo Dobbs.
I feel like if I bring up any available, wait, let me look at all the available wide receivers right now. Let's see. How would you feel, Darnell Mooney?
No, I'd take Dobbs over him. Mooney's terrible.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, we were bringing up Juju.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah. This is like the list of the players the Atlanta Falcons signed the other day. It was like Olamide Zaccheaus, Jahan Dotson, Austin Hooper, Nick Folk. It was just all these random.
Keenan Allen.
Unrestricted
free agent.
Hey, he was pretty decent last year.
He's got some years left in him, I think.
I feel like he'll back to the Chargers.
DeAndre Hopkins, unrestricted free agent.
He had like one catch every game
Yeah.
last year, and that was about it.
Let me go for someone slightly younger. Calvin Austin III.
No.
John Mechie.
He was kind of good for the Jets last season with no quarterback.
Jalen Tolbert is currently an unrestricted free agent.
He's a guy I would give like throw 6 or 7 million at. Do you know what's I'm kind of intrigued for is Jalen Naylor at the Raider. He got like 9 or 10 million or something like that. He's got like he's behind Addison and Jefferson, so Raiders don't have many receivers. So I think he could make himself a decent wide receiver too, maybe in Las Vegas. I don't know who's their wide receiver one.
Dude, that's so fucked up. I can't believe what I just read. I almost said it out loud. I'm glad I didn't. I'm gonna type it in the private chat because this is crazy.
Deal. Now I'm intrigued to see what he just said. But did you see that tweet about it?
Didn't.
I won't say it on air, but
De'Ami Brown. He's not terrible. It's not terrible. Greg Dortch.
Yeah.
Your favorite player,
Greg
Jake Bobo, dude.
Jake Bobo. Didn't even catch in the Super Bowl? Seahawks got to bring him back.
Marquise Brown, Nick Westbrook-Akine.
I thought he was going to be good last year. Was not.
Curtis Samuel. Noah Brown.
It's just a random.
Hunter Renfrow is still out there, Gary, for your Patriots. Hunter Renfrow is still
really
out
thought
there.
I thought he was going to be better last year.
He had a good week 1.
Yeah.
And then they never threw him the ball again.
Efton Chisholm is the answer for the great white wide receiver in New England after we didn't get Alec Pierce. But I'm glad we didn't pay $30 million.
That's why they call New England the Great White North.
Pretty much. All right, last two. Kyler Murray.
That man, hate to say it, I think he's a New York Jet.
With Geno. Interesting.
Yeah.
I heard people say that the Raiders might want a veteran quarterback to start. Mendoza's not ready.
I think they're starting Mendoza from week 1. And I think Kyler Murray is a New York Jet. I think the Jets are going to overpay the crap to get Kyler Murray. I think
even if it's like, I don't think it would be like anybody beyond like Jimmy G or Russ.
Yeah,
for the Raiders actually is like a veteran.
Yeah, well, Jimmy G's been there at least.
Yeah, he can't go back.
Yeah.
The last one, number 1 on the list, Trey Hendrickson. I feel like the Ravens are. After losing out on Max
Crosby, I feel like the Ravens are a good bet. That was shocking how late, because that must have fallen through at like the 11th hour.
Yeah, because his physical was today, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and then it would have gone through tomorrow because the actual league, the New Year league starts tomorrow at 12 or something. But. Do you think Max stays in Las Vegas? Do you think? I heard Philly and Dallas. Maybe.
I think they want to move him to save some cap room. Because I think they're trying to build as good of a roster as they can around Mendoza.
That's what I saw somebody say. Because they spent all that spent all that money on the Linderbaum. Yep. They spent a ton of money, so they had no cap room. And then, oh, by the way, you're getting your most expensive player back.
So I think they're still going to try and move him. Now the problem becomes for them: they're not going to be able to get the same amount of draft capital for him as the Ravens were offering. I don't think.
The Cowboys said something about they still do 2 first rounder, or maybe it was a first and a second. But Jerry Jones is ballsy.
Yeah, he certainly is something.
But I mean, it's
Some would call it
if
a
you want to go
moron, but
yeah, they might be right. All right, last thing I thought of. Your favorite move of the offseason so far and least favorite. I'll go. I already said my first favorite, so I'll say it again. I had Michael Pittman. I think that was a steal for a 6th round pick.
100%
agree.
I 100% agree. But because I don't want to pick the same thing as you, give me 1 second. I need to get to a thing. What the heck? I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry.
I really wanted Brian Thomas Jr. also.
Apparently, he's not for sale, which is a little surprising.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, they've been talking about he was, and then suddenly he's not.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a little odd. Well, the rumor was that he was, but then they came out and said no. I think two of the best. I think. Hold on, I got to do this. I'm going to give props to a team I'm not a fan of because I think that they've done an incredible job this offseason thus far. Excuse me. I think the Panthers have had one hell of an offseason so far. I think.
Really?
I think they really have. Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips really makes that defense insane, kind of. And then the acquisition, just mainly those two. I think that makes that defense really, really good. I think it does. I think it makes it really, really good. I think the Panthers have had a really good offseason. And I also think, and this is kind of shaping up to be bad news for Bucs fans, I also think the Saints have had an insane offseason so far. I really, really like the Rico, or not Rico Dowd. Why is that coming up? I really like getting a decent tight end. No offense, a decent tight end. David Edwards, guard from the Bills. Travis Etienne for almost nothing. I really like what they've done so far. But
and they just signed a guy. Was it from the Falcons? He's pretty good. One of the Ellis brothers, Caden Ellis.
Yeah,
I think he was on the Falcons.
Yeah,
they got him for not a lot of money. This like a couple hours ago, so that was a good one too.
Yeah, I mean they've done a very, very good job this offseason so far. I think.
Yeah.
So
like to see you can get one more weapon.
I think my favorite acquisition is the Panthers getting Devin Lloyd for the money they got him for, because $15 million with none guaranteed over 3 is pretty good. So you're only paying a linebacker until he's 31 at a not an extremely expensive price.
Yeah,
and you acquired an edge rusher as well to go alongside Derek Brown and make that pass rush kind of nuts. I really, really like that. So there you go. There you go.
Least favorite. I'm just not a fan of the Patriots moves. Sadly, there's not too many I've hated. Like the Chargers getting Cole Strange as presumably a starting guard is crazy. Like they just want Herbert to die. But both the Patriots, two big ones, I don't like. I don't think Dobbs would be bad. Just if he's their wide receiver one, I'm not happy. And the other one, what's Elijah? This man has not stayed healthy once in his career. I don't know why they went all in on him as left guard. I don't think there's any way this guy's going to last the season. He hasn't played since 2024. He's good. He's very good when he plays, so worth the risk, but not a huge fan of that one. And the Alec Pierce one was way of an overpay.
The Alec Pierce was a crazy overpay. I think my least favorite move, though, and it's not. I don't even hate the player. I just don't like. I don't like the price tag and what they had to give up. I think the DJ Moore move to the Bills. I think the Bills are losing that trade.
For a second, that was a big give up for a guy that's kind of on the downswing.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still got a lot of good games left in him. My worry,
especially if you saw the Pittman trade too, like
yeah. After seeing the Pittman trade, it's like You mean you could have gotten Michael Pittman for significantly
I
less
know.
money and a worse pick?
Bill's gonna bill, I guess. One last one.
I mean, I
thought of.
understand DJ Moore can be an explosive player, but I mean, him and Pittman are the same exact age, and Pittman was having a great year until he got hurt.
It's
And
like
DJ
everybody.
Moore was just kind of mediocre all year.
And this is the same thing with like Bills, Patriots. A couple of these fan bases like clamored for wide receiver one. Yes, they can't draft, but like DJ Moore, Romeo Dobbs, these guys are really gonna get out there and scare you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I like Michael Pittman a lot more for the Bills because he corrects the mistake of drafting. What's that wide receiver from Florida State that they had?
Coleman?
He corrects the Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman was supposed to be the big wide receiver that can go up and get contested balls in the red zone and like be like a true legit like certified wide receiver one. I think Michael Pittman can be that for somebody. I really do. When he's playing well,
I think he was like 2 years ago.
when he's playing well,
Yeah.
I feel like he can be that. DJ Moore, to me, it's not that he can't run routes as good as a lot of guys. I think he might even be a better route runner than Michael Pittman, but he's not a guy that's going to win contested balls. And I feel like that is kind of what you were hoping Keon Coleman to be. He's clearly not going to be that. And so you finally get that guy in Michael Pittman, especially for a guy like Josh Allen who likes to throw the ball down the field. I feel like that's a big miss.
It's kind of crazy. Keon Coleman is still there after like they called him out. There's no way they keep that guy after like I can't believe your own ownership calls him out. But if I'm a team, I'd take a chance on him. He's got talent. He's just needs a lot.
No,
of
you're
coaching.
wrong. It wasn't new ownership that called him out. It was old ownership that called him out, which was
Crazy.
insane. I've never
That's-
seen that before. That is crazy.
And he's been
I've never seen that.
Not like he's a
Cow. Gabe
absolute
Davis
terror.
is only 27 and he's already this fallen off.
Crazy.
I thought he was 30 or 31.
Yeah, I would have too, man.
He's 27.
Oh, last move that I liked. Forgot about this one. Dart loved throwing his tight ends last season. He didn't have really good ones. I've really always liked Isaiah Likely. He's always been behind Andrews. I think Isaiah Likely, as a tight end one, is going to have a good season with the Giants. We'll see.
I like
he hasn't proven,
I like
but
that a lot, actually.
I could see him have a decent breakout year. I'd like to see him there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think going into last season, I mentioned how weak the tight end room was for the Giants. Daniel Bellinger as their tight end one, I was just kind of like,
They had somebody else. Who was it?
oh yeah, they had God, I can't remember his name now. That's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, it is. Theo Johnson. That's who.
Theo Johnson. But like Theo Johnson, as much as I like him, he's just too inconsistent. Because I think Theo Johnson has the upside of like an Isaiah Likely, but he's not as consistent. But they had like it was Theo Johnson, I think technically was their tight end 2, Daniel Bellinger tight end 1, Chris Manhurts as tight end 3. So it's like you have some top end potential with a guy like Theo Johnson, but he's too inconsistent as a blocker and a receiver. Where I think is with Isaiah Likely, you're getting that consistent receiving threat, and I think Isaiah Likely is a little bit underrated as a blocker as well. So,
it's going to be the New York Ravens now because they've signed like 5 players, I think, from there. It's like Isaiah Likely, Pat Ricard, Ardarius Washington. I think they signed like a punter.
Yeah, Jordan Stout, dude. Jordan Stout, punter, dude.
They just all came along with Harbaugh.
Yeah,
I think the Giants will be decent this year. We'll see.
I think they will too.
See.
Especially, I think the Tremaine Edmonds signing is actually pretty good as well from the Bears. I think Greg Newsome should be best used as a slot corner because I think he's a little undersized to play outside. But I mean that's just my personal preference. is I like tall corners to play on the outside. I think
I keep thinking of random things. I'm like, man,
I think
I don't like. Does the Washington Commanders have side of the roster at all? Like they haven't really done. Like I can't think of anything on the roster that like makes me positive for their future, especially with how good they were 2 years ago. Like there's not their defense old. Like the skill players aren't there. It's just kind of a mess.
they lost their center.
Which was weird. That was weird too, because he's like middle of the road center, and there's been like a huge center shortage, and they just cut him instead of like training him for anything, which was also odd.
That was pretty odd.
But like you just look, defense is old. The running backs aren't great.
They
Zach
also
Ertz,
they
ACL.
also haven't re-signed their starting left guard from last year, Chris Paul. So
Great basketball player.
great basketball player in his prime. Not so great basketball player today.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of bad teams in the NFL this year. Like
There's
when you got
definitely potential for it, I think. Definitely potential for it.
I think we're going to see. I don't know if it's tanking, but I mean next year's draft is going to be really looks good on paper now. How about that? But I think we're going to see a lot of bad teams this year.
I think. Let me try and count them. I think we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's a potential we see like this is going to be a little bit of a hot take. I think there's a potential we see like 17 teams next year with like a losing record.
17 or
17 teams with under 500 record.
So it's going to be very consistent throughout.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see is like I still think there's a couple teams that were bad last year that haven't improved enough to like get over
the Jets.
Well, the Jets definitely is one of them.
I don't think the Dolphins are. I think they're going to be bad.
I think the Dolphins are going to be bad. I think the Jets are going to be bad.
The Browns.
The Browns are going to be bad. I think another random team from the AFC North is going to be bad. I don't know who it's going to be.
I think the Titans and Raiders will both be better.
They'll be better. I still think they'll both have losing records.
Yeah. I think Titans have had a good offseason.
They have had a good offseason on defense. I don't know if the offensive line has improved enough, and I don't know if the weapons room has improved enough.
I don't think Commanders will be good.
I think
Vikings defending on the quarterback could be kind of a mess. I'm trying to think anybody else. Falcons, maybe we'll see. Question mark team. And Cardinals probably won't be great. Yeah, but definitely some question mark teams.
Max Crosby's agent just tweeted 3 minutes ago. Max continues to be on track in his recovery, and if anything is ahead of schedule, according to his surgeon, Dr. Neil Trash. Max remains on track to return during the offseason program and will undoubtedly return as the dominant game wrecker he has been the past 7 seasons.
Did you see his name was Neil Trash?
What?
His name was Trash?
Neil L. Trash.
He's Trash. Trash agent.
That's my best guess of how to pronounce that guy's last name.
All right. No, I do think we'll see him traded.
I think so too, especially with that much money the Raiders are spending this offseason. I think they got to move him.
If I'm the Patriots, I'm going to hop in, while the market's a little lower. If you're not getting
Patriots,
he seems like a Vrabel guy. And Patriots
really? I don't think he seems like a Vrabel guy at all.
He does.
No.
For the boys.
And I don't think the Patriots would want to spend that kind of money and capital on him.
They need to go in. I'd love it to be A.J. Brown, but
Well, I think that their weakness is at the offense, not the defense. So,
They need another pass rusher though.
okay.
But I mean, they definitely need more. They need more on offense.
Yeah, definitely.
They got a T
Definitely.
Rex at left tackle. They got a left guard that can't stay healthy. A center that is terrible left guard. Hopefully, be better at center. A right tackle that's 40 years old. They got one a solid right guard. So that's something. Go Pats.
How do you feel about Reuben Bain
That's-
versus Will Campbell? Who wins that matchup?
Probably Reuben Bain. Probably. Me, we'll see. I don't. Will Campbell was a lot better in the regular season before his injury.
I'm interested to see because all this negative press over Reuben Bain. I don't know where he's going to go in the draft. I mean, for me, production is always more important than measurables. Because I mean, you look at a guy like Aaron Donald. His big thing coming into the draft was, oh, he's too small to play D tackle, and then
Yeah.
Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald. So I
Which
don't
is
know.
like, well, even Fano, you see, he had the shorter arm length than Will Campbell has,
Yeah,
but people think he'll be fine at left tackle. Some do. I feel like Bain makes sense for the Titans, but like they just need a weapon for Cam. But like I feel like if it's Salah's team, like he wants to build that defense because Simmons and
Yeah.
Bain would be a nasty front right there. But
that would be a nasty front. Yeah. But I mean, you also, if they're scared of the measurables of Bain, there's also Mesidor, who's, I think, a top tier pass rusher as well. He's just older.
is he gonna go? He'll probably be like second, I think.
He'll be late first, early second. It just kind of depends on what the Titans want to do. Let me look
Maybe
at
we'll see
draft.
Bain.
Let's
maybe we'll
look
see
at
Bain in Miami.
what is our favorite draft. Mel Kiper mock draft.
That guy's our favorite.
Yeah. I tell you what, I really like this Mendoza guy. He seems to get the ball out fast, and in the NFL, you need to get the ball out fast.
He's just broke Kobe Bryant's record. 82 points with a minute left.
He's not going to hit the hundo. That's sad.
83. They've scored 150.
Wow, so they have Maui Noah falling to Miami at 11. At least that's what Mel Kiper has. And they have Reuben Bain falling to Cincinnati at 10.
Who's he if the Browns take?
The Browns take Carnell Tate.
Yeah. Let's take a left tackle in a second. Maybe. Well, I feel like they'll probably need a new draft after like all free agents.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why I think that mock drafts are kind of silly before free agency is over. Because if, like, for instance, everyone was on either the Saints or Chiefs drafting Jeremiah Love, and then they both go out and pay top end running backs. So
I saw somebody say, I don't know, do you think the draft should be before free agency?
no, I like the way it is currently.
I saw somebody argue that. I was like, I don't know if I agree with an interesting, like, it's in free
They
agency.
have so
Because this happens a lot of time, like players will sign with someone and then after they get a replacement in the draft.
yeah.
You know?
So they have Mel Kiper has Akeem Mesidor to 20 at to Dallas.
Really? I think that's the highest I've seen him.
Ty Simpson to Pittsburgh.
That I don't like that.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I feel like he'll sneak in round one.
That's no. Where is Jeremiah Love? Where does he have Jeremiah Love going? I haven't seen him yet. Or I scrolled past him.
Where's the giant tackle from Miami going to go? He's late. He's going to be like fifth round, fourth round. What's that?
Yeah,
The
they
guy?
right now they have him going to Kansas City, but I don't think that's happening anymore.
That man's huge. Yeah, I can see it.
But
What about Where do you think Carson Beck will go 3?
I see Carson Beck in the 5th.
That league.
I do. I see him fall in the 5th because
I think it'll be like.
I just don't see a rush on quarterbacks this year.
I feel like it'll be like QB5 because obviously Mendoza goes.
Let me look at the quarterbacks in the draft. Hold on.
Simpson's gonna go 2, and he'll probably be like late first, early second. I feel like Aller and Nussmeier will be like 3 and 4. Somebody will take.
Now, Kerry's not gonna like this. I would rather have Carson Beck over Drew Aller.
Just shocker. But you know because of his potential, someone's going to take all in like the 3rd or the 4th.
Someone is going to pull in Anthony Richardson. They might take him in the goddamn 2nd.
I don't think he goes 2nd.
I could see it happening. Someone's going to be like, this guy's got the cannon, dude. I
think Nuss will go 3 or 4.
You know the craziest thing? I think Drew Aller played better college ball than Anthony Richardson. And Anthony Richardson went like 5th overall.
Yeah. No, I mean.
That was nuts. I could not believe it when that happened, dude.
But I think if Drew Aller
didn't believe it.
If he didn't get injured this season, I think he would have got a lot higher.
Probably.
And if he went last year, he would have been a first-round pick.
Yeah. I know. Isn't that crazy, the world we live in?
I know. I mean, him and Nussmeier are supposed to be 1 and 2 in the draft. Cade Klubnik was supposed to be a top 10 pick, and he's going to go, 5th or 6th round now?
He did not.
That's going to be a guy that's going to last. He's going to last like 10 years as a backup in the NFL. I just know it. He's going to start like 4 games his whole career, and he's just going to be a backup for the Lions.
Here's the question for you, Kerry. Who was the last good quarterback to come out of Penn State?
Christian Hackenberg.
God. What a Penn State quarterbacks in the NFL.
Kerry Collins.
Sean Clifford.
Yeah.
Trace McSorley. Yeah, Kerry Collins is the last one.
McSorley. He had a song, so that's something.
I'm running on a dime. I don't know if that's the words.
That's the word. Yeah, I think that's the word.
I throw it on a dime.
That guy did not last. Oh, did you see the Paxton Lynch highlights from like what was it? What league was that?
Canadian football?
Twitter? Not off the
No, I don't know.
No, it was like even lower. But he was He was throwing some bombs.
Wait, was it on Twitter? Paxton Lynch. So I type in Paxton Lynch and it'll come up.
Yeah. It was like what league? Like he can't even get in the
NAL football? What the hell is this?
Yeah. He's throwing bombs, man. I was like, cool, Paxton Lynch. Whatever league this is.
Good coverage on that
one, dude. They thought he was going to
off
replace
the
Peyton
wall
Manning.
football? What is this? Oh, no, that's the name of the account. What is NAL? NAL. I'm scared. I clicked on a hashtag. I don't know if I trust it.
These leagues just pop up.
What NAL football?
The National Arena League.
Football. Paxton Lynch. What's his contract? Paxton Lynch contract. I'm just interested.
Well, so what's his like? Kurt Warner was in that before I think, and he made like no money when he was.
Oh my god! Wait, no, hold on.
Because XFL is like $5,000 a game or something like that. It's not, and that's even higher than this.
There's no information on how much they paid him. That's disappointing. So he played in the XFL for the Orlando Guardians and the San Antonio Brahmas in 2023. In 2025, he signed with the NAL Colorado Spartans. Dude, I would love
XFL,
to know his deal with NAL. I want to know.
XFL 59K a year. Oh wait, the XFL is gone now. It's the UFL.
Yeah, it's UFL now.
Oh, it starts in March.
Wait, UFL starts in March? Are we going to cover it?
Maybe.
No, what we need to do is we all need to pick a UFL team. Hold on.
There's one. Do you remember the AAF?
I feel like I gotta be a fan of the Orlando
I watched that in
Storm.
college our last year with Johnny Manziel was in it. The AAF.
Oh, the I thought it was the fan controlled football league.
No, it was when Johnny Manziel came back. Let's see. Is there anybody I've heard of in this? Birmingham Stallions have Matt Corral at quarterback. Jaron Hall.
Who's the quarterback for the Orlando Storm? This is going to determine a lot.
A legend. Dorian Thompson Robinson. Browns legend. And Jack Plummer from University of Louisville.
I'm trying to find the quarterback. Here we go. Quarterback, Jake Plummer,
Jason
DTR, and Hank Bachmeier, dude. Dude, okay, so definitely not the Orlando Storm. I don't like their quarterback.
Taco Charlton.
What's another close-ish team? Birmingham, Alabama's not that far away.
Matt Corral. And do you remember Jaron Hall?
Of course I remember Jaron Hall, dude.
And he was what's his name? The Vikings head coach play him.
Yeah.
What's his Mike Zimmer.
Yeah. Mike Zimmer. Matt Corral. I don't recognize either of the other quarterbacks' names.
Taylor Elgersma.
Taylor Elgersma from Wilfrid Laurier, Canada, and then Michael Hires from Samford. Don't know if I'm a big believer in the Birmingham Stallions. Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's any Miami players on any of these teams. Miami Hurricanes players on any of these teams.
Tamu is always like the XFL legend. I know that.
Who?
Jordan Tiamu, whatever it is. I just know he's always good in the XFL.
Let's see. College. I just sort by college. Can I sort by college? I can. No Miami guy on this team. Definitely not Birmingham. We'll go back to Orlando City, baby. This is what people tune into the Beer League Football Podcast for. Exactly. Talk UFL football, dude. I'm going to look through Orlando.
We just need to watch a game live and comment on this year.
Yeah, dude. That's the move.
Why not?
Oh, they've got 2 Florida State guys.
I don't know what they stream these games on.
Fabian Lovett and Jashawn Corbin.
Legend. I totally knew that guy.
Oh, they got Jared Williams, tackle out of the University of Miami, and Michelle Powell, who is what's an SAF?
Like the position?
SAF?
Or school?
SAF
Safety?
is position. Safety.
Safety.
Michelle Powell. He's young. 24 years old.
Dude, I remember that guy. Do you remember LaVisca Chenault?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Birmingham. He's on the Jags, right?
Oh, I saw Jack Browning. I thought it was Jake Browning.
Zach, we have to be Birmingham fans.
Why?
Corral, LaVisca Chenault, the kicker, Rodrigo Blankenship.
What about, listen to this, though. Listen. Ravarius Rivers, defensive back, Valdosta State.
Valdosta State, wow.
Christian Matthew, cornerback, also from Valdosta State. Dude,
just the names, these random names you get thrown back. Wasn't Taco Charlton
that dude, Lamar Jackson plays for
Lamar Jackson.
Plays for Orlando, dude. Number 21, he's a cornerback.
Miles Boykin, that was a Baltimore Raven right there.
That was a Baltimore Raven.
You ever whatever happened to these guys? They're playing in the UFL.
Hell yeah, dude.
Maxwell.
What logo do I like the most? What logo? I kind of like Columbus's logo. I hate Houston's logo.
I wonder how much tickets are. You always like look and there's like no one. Have you ever watched? I watched like an XFL game. I think last year. There's just like no one in the stands.
How much are the tickets?
They have to be like minor league baseball type, like $20 for a seat.
Question is, could I take a day trip down to Orlando and us go see a UFL game?
We should do that.
Live from the UFL. Oh, I remember this guy, Javian
We
Cohen.
could probably get on. We could probably get on field, honestly.
Sideline passes, dude. $50.
Credentials.
$50.
They'd pay us to go on.
Yeah.
Get them some cups.
Yeah. Who's
Steve-O Klotz.
Who's the quarterback for this team, man? The St. Louis
There's Lamar Jackson.
Battlehawks.
Battlehawks.
I don't see their quarterback around.
Gary Jennings.
Do they have a quarterback?
Well, they have like a quarterback. They have like a quarterback draft.
Do they really?
They like draft the quarterbacks.
Stats.
I think that's how they do.
Nope. Nothing in the stats category. Individual, maybe?
So why couldn't even
Max Duggan is the quarterback for the St. Louis Battlehawks, dude.
TCU legend?
TCU legend.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Javion Cohen. Never heard of him.
He's a offensive lineman.
Mitchell Aguade. Is that the other player?
Blake Jackson. I want to be a fan of a team of a logo I like. The only logos I like so far, I like St. Louis's logo, I like Orlando's logo, and I like.
It says $20 to $30 tickets.
Let me look at Louisville because I kind of like the Louisville Kings logo as well.
Players get $62,000 a year.
60,000, dude. I'll go play in.
I'll
go play in the UFL for 60 grand.
That's like an office job.
Yeah, dude. Guys got to work.
Do you know what's probably the one big drawback? I would think would be like,
dude,
injuries.
N'Kosi Perry is a quarterback for the goddamn Louisville Kings. Hell yeah,
Miami, right?
dude. Yeah. N'Kosi Perry. Oh my God. That is a name I haven't heard in years. Oh man. We might have to do this, dude. We might have to set this up.
I feel like we got to do a live stream of the game.
I don't think we'd be allowed to.
Or live stream our
reaction at the game. We could live stream at the game.
Live stream our reactions.
Hey guys, we're going to UFL game here.
Do you think like fans get like super into it?
No.
Like there's diehard like Louisville Kings fans.
But we could be the first. We could be the first. We could be the first real true Orlando Storm fans.
I mean, I know like some of these teams have been around for like a long, like St. Louis Battlehawks. I think have been there for like.
Well, they were in the XFL.
Years.
I remember.
Yeah, because I think this is like the XFL merged with like the UFL or something. Wait, AJ McCarron's a coach?
Yeah, dude.
Of which team?
I think it's Birmingham or something. I think it's.
Dude,
Birmingham.
I might have to be a fan of Birmingham.
No, dude.
Oh, he played for them.
You can't be a Birmingham fan, dude. You got to be an Orlando Storm.
Ted Ginn Jr. is the Columbus Aviators head coach.
Who's the head coach of this team? Coaches. Orlando Storm.
It is Anthony Becht.
Anthony Becht. Wasn't he a head coach somewhere?
It sounds familiar.
Wow,
there's literally a 13-minute YouTube video of ranking every UFL head coach. That's pretty cool. Didn't know there was that big of a following.
He was a head coach for the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Oh, I knew it. Captain Munnerlyn? Do you remember that guy for the Panthers? Wait, Todd Haley, wasn't he? He was like an NFL head coach.
Anthony Beck was a tight end in the NFL. He
I
was
knew
a
it sounded
first-round
familiar.
pick in the 2000 draft. He played for 11 years, finished with the Kansas City Chiefs. How many – here's a question for you, Kerry. How many – if you had to guess, how many total yards did he have in his NFL career? Total yards.
2,704.
You're overshooting him by a lot, dude.
802.
Undershooting them there. You can find a mid ground between those two.
1,100.
Find a mid ground between those two.
1379.
That's a lot of the right
Exactly.
numbers in the wrong order. It's 1537.
Good for
Had
him, man.
21 tutties though.
That's pretty good.
21 tutties, yeah.
I guess he's just a red zone guy, you know.
Just a
I
red
don't know,
zone
I'm
guy,
like-
dude.
I might have to go bet on Matt Corral for MVP.
Who?
I feel like what always happens in this league, they play like 3/4 of the season, then they run out of money, and the league falls apart. It's what happens.
Yeah, typically is what happens. Yeah.
Because minor league.
No, we
football
gotta
is so
catch one of them early games. We gotta catch one of them April games.
No, but yeah, probably like close to our next episode will be a UFL game. It's UFL, right? Is it?
UFL, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this next episode. We're gonna watch some Battle
We're gonna
Hawks.
have to, yeah. I gotta see how my Orlando Storm plays. So
We might have to get a uniform.
all right, well that is all we
Yo, tune in, we're here to spit, talking football, we don't
have podcast.
Couldn't hear a word you said.
We'll be back in 2 weeks to talk UFL football, the rest of free agency, the start of the draft. It's going to be a great time, dude. It's going to be a great time. A lot of stuff already cooking this offseason. Exciting.
Maybe the Jags will actually do something.
Maybe, dude. Maybe. We will see next time.